I'm gonna be honest with you. A few months ago, I was convinced that YouTube was all about making better videos, better editing, better scripts, better thumbnails. I thought if I kept improving those things, the views would eventually come. But I couldn't have been more wrong. Then I started paying attention to channels that were growing insanely fast. Some had amazing editing. Some had average editing. Some didn't even show their face. And somehow, they were all pulling crazy numbers. At first, it didn't make any sense. So I did what most people don't. I stopped watching their videos for entertainment and started studying them like a business. I looked at their titles, their thumbnails, the way they started every video, how they kept people watching, even the topics they picked. And after going through channel after channel, I noticed something that completely changed the way I look at YouTube. None of these creators were relying on luck. They were following a system. The crazy part? It wasn't some secret software or an expensive course. It was a simple process that almost anyone can follow. And once you understand it, you'll never look at YouTube the same way again. So in this video, I'm breaking down that entire system, step by step. Not so you can copy someone's channel, but so you can build one that's actually worth watching. Real quick, if you're serious about building a YouTube channel, and you want videos that actually help instead of selling dreams, hit that subscribe button. I spend hours studying what's working on YouTube, so you don't have to. Every week, I'll share real strategies, real AI tools, and real systems that can actually help you grow. Now, let's start with the mistake almost everyone makes. Number 1, everyone starts in the wrong place when most people decide to start a YouTube channel. The first thing they think about is, what should my first video be? Sounds normal, right? But that's actually the wrong question. The better question is, what are people already looking for? Because YouTube isn't a platform where you upload whatever you want and hope people find it. It's a search engine. People come here every day looking for answers. They want to solve a problem, learn something new, save time, make money, or simply be entertained. If your video doesn't fit into one of those categories, it's going to struggle, no matter how good the editing is. That's why you'll sometimes see a simple video with millions of views, while a beautifully edited video barely gets a few hundred. The difference isn't quality, it's demand. Successful creators don't guess what people want. They find out first. And that brings me to the first step of the system. Research. Not the boring kind. The kind that tells you exactly what people are already clicking on. Because if thousands of people are already interested in a topic, you don't have to convince them to watch. You just have to give them a better reason to click your video instead of someone else's. Number 2, stop chasing viral videos. Here's another thing I learned. Most creators are obsessed with going viral. But the biggest channels? They don't chase viral videos. They build repeatable videos. There's a huge difference. Anyone can get lucky once. But if you want to build a real business, you need a system that works again, and again, and again. Think about your favorite creators. They don't disappear for 6 months waiting for the perfect idea. They upload consistently. And somehow, their videos keep performing. That's not luck. That's planning. They know what their audience wants. They know how to package it. And they know how to keep people watching. Once you understand those 3 things, everything else becomes easier. Now here's where things get interesting. Because finding a good topic isn't actually the hardest part. The hardest part is figuring out why one video gets 10 million views, while another on the exact same topic barely gets 10,000. Number 3, the research trick that changes everything. So, let's say you finally picked a niche. Now what? Most people open YouTube, type a random keyword, click the first video, and start copying it. Big mistake. What you actually want to study is the pattern. For example, let's say your niche is AI. Instead of watching one video, open the top 20. Now don't even watch them yet. Just look at the titles. Seriously. You'll notice something interesting. They're all talking about almost the same thing, but they're saying it differently. One creator says, best AI tools for beginners. Another says, 10 AI tools that feel illegal to use. Same topic. Completely different packaging. And guess which one gets clicked more? The one that makes you curious. That's when I realized. The topic isn't everything. The packaging is. Number 4. Why people actually click. Here's something that completely changed the way I make videos. People don't click because your video is good. They click because they think it's going to be good. And that's a huge difference. Imagine you're scrolling through YouTube. You see 2 videos. One says, how to start a YouTube channel. The other says, I studied 100 small YouTube channels. Here's why they never grow. Which one would you click? Exactly. The second one tells a story before the video even starts. It creates a gap in your mind. You want to know what those creators did wrong. That's curiosity. And curiosity is one of the most powerful things on YouTube. Every title, every thumbnail, every first 30 seconds should create another question in the viewer's mind. Because the moment they think, I already know what this video is about, they're gone. Number 5, my favorite formula whenever I'm planning a video. I ask myself 3 questions. First, would I click this? Not as the creator, as a complete stranger. Second, can I explain the entire idea in one sentence? If I can't, the topic is probably too confusing. And third, what's the one thing people will remember after watching? Because honestly, nobody remembers everything. They remember one idea. So every video should have one clear takeaway. Not 10. 1. The best videos are surprisingly simple. They just explain that one idea really well. Number 6. The biggest mistake I see. This is probably the biggest mistake I see new creators making. They spend days editing, hours adding fancy transitions, sound effects, animations. Meanwhile, they spent maybe 10 minutes thinking about the topic. That's backwards. A great topic with average editing will almost always beat an average topic with amazing editing. Because editing doesn't make people click. The idea does. Editing keeps them watching. But the idea gets them through the door. And if nobody walks through the door, nothing else matters. Number 7. Here's what the big creators do differently. This was honestly the part that surprised me the most. The biggest creators don't sit around waiting for inspiration. They have a process. Every week, they collect ideas. They save interesting titles. They study trending topics. They look at comments. They pay attention to what people keep asking. By the time they sit down to make a video, they already know there's demand for it. That's why it feels like they never run out of ideas. It's not because they're more creative. It's because they're more prepared. And once I started doing the same thing, planning content became way easier. But here's the thing. Even if you find the perfect topic, write an amazing script, and edit an incredible video, you can still fail. Because there's one thing that decides whether people click before they watch even a single second. And honestly, it's probably the most important part of your entire YouTube strategy. Let's talk about thumbnails and titles. Number 8. The thumbnail that gets the click. Alright. Let's talk about the one thing that can completely change your channel. Your thumbnail. I know. Everyone says thumbnails are important. But I don't think most people realize how important they actually are. Think about it. Before anyone watches your video, before they hear your voice, before they know if your content is good, they make one decision. Do I click, or do I keep scrolling? And that decision usually takes less than 2 seconds. That's it. 2 seconds. Which means your thumbnail has one job. Stop the scroll. Not explain the whole video. Not tell the whole story. Just make someone curious enough to click. One mistake I made early on was trying to fit everything into the thumbnail. Too much text. Too many arrows. Too many colors. It looked busy. And busy thumbnails usually get ignored. The best thumbnails are simple. One main subject. One emotion. One clear idea. If someone can't understand your thumbnail in a second, it's probably too complicated. Number 9. Titles sell the click. Now once your thumbnail grabs attention, your title has to finish the job. And here's where most creators mess up. They write titles that describe the video, instead of titles that make people want to watch it. There's a huge difference. For example, YouTube Automation Guide. That's descriptive. But it's boring. Now compare it to, I found the YouTube system nobody is talking about. Same topic. Completely different feeling. One gives information. The other creates curiosity. And curiosity is what gets clicks. Whenever I'm writing a title, I ask myself one question. Would this make me stop scrolling? If the answer is no, I rewrite it. Sometimes I'll rewrite a title 10 times. Not because I'm being picky. Because I know the title can literally double the views. And here's another tip. Your thumbnail and title should work together, not repeat each other. If your thumbnail says $24,937, your title shouldn't say $24,937. Instead, add another layer. Make them complete the story together. That's when people click. Number 10. Don't trust the first upload. Here's something nobody told me when I started. Your first upload isn't supposed to be perfect. It's supposed to teach you something. Too many creators upload one video. It gets a few hundred views. And they immediately think, maybe YouTube isn't for me. No. That's just data. Look at the analytics. Where did people stop watching? Which part made them leave? Which thumbnail got a higher click-through rate? Which title performed better? Every upload is feedback. The creators who grow aren't the ones who never fail. They're the ones who learn faster than everyone else. Number 11. The system that scales. Now here's where everything comes together. Research. Topic. Thumbnail. Title. Script. Editing. SEO. Analytics. Most people see these as separate tasks. Successful creators see them as one system. And systems are powerful. Because once you build one, you don't have to guess anymore. You already know what comes next. That's why some channels upload every single week without burning out. They're not relying on motivation. They're following a process. And honestly, that's the biggest lesson I learned. The channels making serious money aren't necessarily making the best videos. They're just running the best system. So, if you take one thing away from this video, let it be this. Stop chasing shortcuts. Stop looking for the next secret AI tool. Stop hoping one viral video changes your life. Instead, build a system. Because a single viral video might change your month, but a repeatable system can change your entire future. And that's exactly what YouTube rewards. Not perfection, not luck, consistency, strategy, and execution. If you can combine those three things, you're already ahead of most creators. Now, if you want to see the exact AI tools and workflows successful Faceless YouTube creators use every day, click the video on your screen right now. I break down the entire process, step by step, from finding ideas, to writing scripts, to editing, and uploading. Trust me, you don't want to miss that one. I'll see you there. Rock it.